I haven't done a bed live for a while. I have actually got more clothes on than usual, so go me. So if anybody saw my little petrol outburst yesterday, right, that was because a culmination of things had happened, that I'd allowed other people's stuff to kind of affect me from all different angles and things. But anyway, the petrol thing, it got me thinking. So scarcity and lack, you know that it's just a perception, yeah. So what drives lack is a worry that there is no more, that there is a finite amount, therefore we must take what we've got, grab it all, and be fearful of having no more. And this is a real problem, because the more you tell yourself there isn't enough, like hashtag the less there is. I don't mean to sound really, really shitty about that, but like when you focus on what you don't have, it's really interesting to see that actually you don't have very much. When you shift the focus and when you start living in abundance, you do create abundance. And that is not like woo-woo. It might sound really woo-woo, but when faced with a reality that is we have currently got, where most of what we are believing we can't see. And I was taught this by one of my mentors. You know, if you think about what we're currently in, the situation we're currently in, we're fearful of something we can't see. Because of what we're being told and all this jazz. So we're being told things, and we are believing it, even though we necessarily can't see it. And I've been about for years, well, actually, why don't you believe what you want to have in order to see it? Because really, everything is a little subatomic particle. Yeah. And that's pure energy. So if we focus ourselves, I mean, there's loads of different ways to get your head around all this, right? But if you focus yourself, focus your thoughts and your energy, your mental, emotional energy on creating, putting all those subatomic little particles into something you do want, it can't help but come into reality because you have imagined it. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, I would just say you get to choose what you believe in. And you can believe in lack, and you can believe there is not enough of anything. You can believe in fear, or you can believe in something else. You can believe in utter, unadulterated abundance. Yeah, because you choose. You get to choose. How you see the world is a choice. It is not, well, that's just how it is. No, that's just how it is for one person. How it is for you is very different, and you get to choose. Now, you might not realize your power. You might think that, well, life is what it is. Actually, life is what you believe it can be. And there has to be an element of utter faith and belief, because you have to believe it before you can have it and see it. And this is I'll see it, I'll believe it when I see it, is entirely the wrong way around. You have to believe it is possible for it to become reality. Yeah, this isn't woo-woo, this is physics. Okay, it is just and so when I see, I suppose what it triggered me a little bit, and I tapped on that yesterday, was this fear of lack. Right? And I'm running a course to help people understand this fear of lack is stopping them having the money and the wealth they want. So I am going to break down all those beliefs for people, help them break them down. I'm not going to do it for them, but that's why I've got a Life by Design. And this time it's wealth and abundance, purely because I can see that people are scared of not having anything, of everything being taken away, and this real lack. Yeah, so that's why this time I created the program around money and wealth, and I made it really affordable, so that everybody can understand the fundamental reason and the fundamental ways in which to create their own wealth, their own life. Yeah. And it starts with believing it's possible. Now, so yesterday, like I said, it's scarcity sells. That's what happened last night. Probably happening today. I don't really give a rat's bahooties what's happening. But as in, I don't care if everyone's, taking everything, because there'll always be enough. There'll always be more. There is always more. And that really triggers people when I say that. But there is always more. If you believe it enough, there will be. But what I saw yesterday was a few comments created utter terror that there wasn't going to be enough fuel. Yeah. Right. There is absolutely no proof of that. We've not done anything. As one of my friends pointed out, none of us have done anything for a year. None of us have travelled. How can there be a lack of fuel? They've got it all stored. Petrol stations were even going on Facebook saying, we're going to have a shortage if you all start acting like mental people. But that's it, you see. So people acting out of fear of not having it created the lack. Do you see that physically Kate is coming into petrol stations closing overnight because everybody's fear congregated together, this fear of lack. They all went and created that reality. I just saw it playing out. And oh my goodness, imagine then what the conscious collective could do if it wasn't focusing on what they don't have. Imagine, because yesterday was incredible. What the conscious collective did was got so scared of lack, they created it. I mean, bam, in a day. How incredible is that? So imagine if you flipped it. Imagine if the conscious collective got together and had an utter feel and an utter knowing of abundance. Imagine what would be created in a day. That's what I'm trying to say, is that it wasn't a physical thing. It was an emotional thing that drove people to create a physical thing. An emotional feeling of lack created the physical lack. Yeah? Good. I'm glad. You can see that's quite apparent. But that's what I mean by creating your own reality. Yeah, you don't know how it's going to happen. Don't be worried about the how. The how it's going to happen is really not your concern. That's the universe's concern. That's the energy deciding how the energy is going to all correlate and how it's going to work with all the highest goods of us all. But you can create absolutely anything. The things that will stop you is not knowing how to ask for it properly. And that sounds nuts, but if you go into a restaurant and say, I think I fancy something bready, maybe with some light sauce, right? You're leaving it really up to bready with sauce. So that could be like bruschetta with pesto dipping, or it could be a pizza, or it could be anything. Think of the number of things you could have. If you say, actually, this is what I want, and I want this seasoning, and I want this and this and this and this, they will go and get it for you, no problem. So that is how we set intentions. Very vaguely. Then we have to know what stops you. Then we have to know all the things you tell yourself why you can't have that thing. Yeah. Then you have to dismantle it, and everything that isn't aligned with you getting your bruschetta with I don't know, goat's cheese, onion marmalade, and chorizo, right? Anything that's not getting you that, you think, well, actually, I don't really want anchovies, and I'm pretty sure I don't want mozzarella. You detox, you get out, you declutter all the crap you don't want because you're focused on this bruschetta. Is this making sense? I hope it is. Okay. Then, so you've told all the stories, I can't eat that because I can't have a gluten and have this, have that. All the reasons you can't have, or chorizo is bad, it's bad for the environment, whatever it might be. You then work on the stories you're telling yourself why you can't have it. Then so we've got intentions. What do you want? The reasons why you can't have it. Decluttering the things you've got that don't align with you. Then we get to what you're putting in your way to mean you can't have that. What are you actually, what sabotages, what limits are you putting? So the stories, the detox, the limits. Then we get to your ego. Then we think, well, actually, do you worry about what people are going to think of you eating that bruschetta with chorizo? Have you said you're a vegan? A vegetarian, and you've gone and got like all goat's cheese and chorizo on it. Are you worried what people are going to think of you? Is that a big part of your thing? Okay, so we work on ego and boundaries, and then we work on the true essence of who you are. We work on exactly how you are going to create that bruschetta with goat's cheese and chorizo, then we literally tune into everything that you are and make it happen. That's what happens in 6 weeks in the program I do. This was not meant to start, but that is how you get what you want and what you desire. Okay, let me worry about the how we get there, and I'll show you how we get there, but they are the pillars of how to get there, and I would show you how to do it. And that's why I created it, because lack is shit, and feeling like you don't have enough is shit, and it literally has an effect on your body. And when you let other people's lack and other people's fear infiltrate yours, anyway, don't be scared. Actually, if you need to be scared, do, but understand why you're scared. Okay, tune into why you're scared, and reach out to people who can help you with that. But being scared, it's not to be ignored, it's to be understood. When you understand fear, you have a hot wire to your stories that don't serve you, because fear is not something we have to feel. It isn't. It is a trigger. It's a story. It's something we don't have to have. Okay. So anyway, with so much love from me to you, I hope you come and join me on this program. I'm going to drop the link below to come join me in the program. I don't have many more spaces, to be fair. We start on the 6th of October. So if you want to come and join me, it'd be amazing. I'll drop the link, and I might put this over into the Inside Job as well, which is my group. Anyway, if you watch this, just do #replay so I know, and with so much love from me to you.